Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Melanie Tabone. I work for Frasers Property and I am the Project Director for the Central Park project. We would like to welcome everyone to this community meeting, including the State Minister for Planning and local City Council. We are holding this meeting today to present an overview of the Central Park project, address the development and planning assessment framework, and provide recommendations on how this process could be improved. Okay, let's start with some key points about this project. Central Park is a landmark mixed-use development comprising of residential, commercial, hospitality and retail uses. Expanding over 5.8 hectares of land, this major project is situated in the suburb of Chippendale and is a $2 billion joint venture with Sekisui House. Given the sheer size and complexity behind the implementation of such a development, it is important that Frasers Property follows correct and efficient development application procedures. In consideration of a development application, the following key principles were identified by the International Society of City and Regional Planners: sources of power, balance of strategic policies, regulation, legal rights for public consultation, and financial arrangements. Across Australian jurisdictions, development application and assessment processes for major projects vary. However, there are four main common stages. These are project proposal, application, assessment, and monitoring of compliance. The following diagram provides an overview of the planning process that goes into state significant development. In New South Wales, planning is governed by two legal documents that provide an overarching structure for planning in New South Wales: the Environmental Planning and Assessments Act 1979 and the Environmental Planning and Regulations Act 2000. This structure is supported by a number of legal documents. The two most frequently used documents are State Environmental Planning Policies and the Local Environmental Plan. Parts of the Environmental Planning and Assessments Act 1979 is made up of parts that segregate state significant projects and infrastructure and regional and local project plans and programs. These parts of the Act describe how projects need to be assessed and also include environmental impact assessments. The original concept plan for Old Kent Brewery was approved in February 2007. Frasers Property acquired the site on the 29th of June 2007, and on the 9th of July 2007, a request was made to modify the approved concept plan. As a result of the new concept plan, the following modifications have been listed below. After further assessments on the 9th of February 2009, Frasers Property were given approval for the modified concept plan by the Minister of Planning. The modification to the approved concept plan was publicly exhibited between 30th of July and the 1st of September in 2008. Some activities and functions implemented to support the integration of the project to community and stakeholders were the Frasers website, a project newsletter, and a community liaison officer. A total of 92 submissions were received as a result of the exhibition, and the Department of Planning requested that Frasers address key issues arising from the submissions and the department's assessments. These issues were submitted in a preferred project report in October 2008. As a result of the public exhibition, concern was raised in relation to increased density. Frasers' response has been listed below. The second community concern was regarding building heights. Frasers were able to counter this concern through the implementation of a larger separation distance between existing developments. In addressing sustainability, Frasers considered the vision for sustainability in Sydney as outlined by the City Council, and in association with University of Technology's Institute for Sustainable Futures, Central Park is moving forward to deliver world-class initiatives. Some of these initiatives include rainwater detention and wastewater recycling, gas tri-generation, and a company mission to achieve a 6-star environmental rating. In consideration of all of the above, it is the belief of Frasers Property that our projects were implemented to a world-class standard. However, In consideration of the development application process, there are a few key set areas that could be streamlined further to enable more efficient development application process. The two areas of potential improvement are forward planning and development control. Since the introduction of the EPA, it has been subjected to a numerous number of amendments. These amendments to the Act, along with the complexity of the language used, has caused the legislation to become complicated and ultimately prolongs the process and therefore disables a project from gaining momentum. The implementation of a blanket planning system could be a national approach that will deliver an overarching framework to development process that will have significant benefits to all parties with invested interest in the planning of the development. The benefits have been listed below. The element of time on a development project is a critical determinant of the viability of a project. The time taken to follow the pathway for SSD framework on Central Park has been a direct impact on Fraser's property and other key stakeholders. One notable impact has been on housing affordability. Frasers believe that this could have been avoided by implementing a shorter time period for state government and community to test the adequacy of the project and submissions provided by Frasers during this process. We would like to thank you for attending our community meeting today and hope we have been successful in addressing key issues that have contributed in shaping Sydney's future through the Central Park project. We look forward to meeting with you again soon.